Hey guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto discovered about his heritage before he entered the academy, part 2. So before we start, go check out the author of this fanfic NamikazeNaruto, link is in the description, also subscribe if you enjoy the video, let's start the story. Aheyo, Mina. Kakashi greeted his team, only to get beat up by his students. Why? Kakashi asked, as he groaned in pain. That's what you get for being 3 hours late. The genins yelled angrily at their sensei. Minutes later, Kakashi is back on his feet, recovered from his injuries. Okay guys, today we are going to do our first mission. Kakashi said. Finally. The 3 genins said. So sensei, what kind of mission is it? Sakura asks. You'll see. Kakashi said. The quiet of the Konoha forest was disturbed by the slight whisper of displaced air as Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura darted from tree to tree. All 3 genin wore a headpiece radio and were stalking an elusive foe. A short distance away, Kakashi sat in the mission command center, a clearing with a big rock he could sit on to read his porn and contacted his subordinates. What's the distance to the target? Kakashi asked. 5 meters, I'm ready anytime. Sasuke said. Okay, go. Kakashi ordered. All 3 genin ran from their hiding places to pounce on their target, which tried to get away. After scratching him many times, Sasuke was able to get the target. Ribbon on the left ear, are you sure this is the target, Tora? Asked Kakashi over the radio. Yeah, it's him or it better be. Growled Sasuke, as he was pissed that he had to do this mission, and so were the others. Good, lost pet Tora search mission complete. Said Kakashi before he slipped his book back into its carrying pouch and appeared next to his students in a cloud of smoke for the walk back to Konoha. Team 7 could only stare at Tora in sympathy as the cat was hugged by its owner Madame Shijimi, the wife of the Fire Country daimyo. Oh, my cute little Tora-chan. I was so worried. Cooed the lady as she practically strangled the cat. No wonder it ran away, the genins all thought. Okay, for your next mission, you're to go and babysit an elder's grandson, shopping in the neighboring village, and help with the potato digging, Iruka said. You're serious? Naruto said. What's wrong, Naruto? Iruka asked. Oh no, nothing, it's wrong. It's just that we, as shinobis, should be taking on more serious matters, such as hunting down traitors, helping protect someone. I mean, it wouldn't bode so well for Konoha if they make their geniuses do plant work and chores. I mean, unless now you can hurt people or kill them using chores, gardening or even create techniques from them. Naruto said. Naruto, stop being such a smartass for once. Iruka said. I agree with Naruto. I mean, we're shinobis, not butlers or nannies. We need tougher missions than that. Sasuke said. Naruto, Sasuke, listen to me. These missions are perfectly designed genins like you. Iruka argued. That's ridiculous. We're shinobis, not servants, and, as shinobis, we protect and defend our village and kill our enemies, not doing remedial chores. Naruto barked back. Listen to Naruto. These types of missions are there to instill maturity in genins and help you learn how to work as a team. Also, these missions are ranked by skill, and D-class missions are perfect for genins since you are not experienced, as well as or who take higher level missions. The Hokage explained. I understand your reasoning on this, and I don't disagree, all I'm saying is that we already proved that we can work flawlessly as a team during Kakashi's bell test, and our reports show that our skills are more than enough for taking higher missions. All I'm asking is that you give us another type of mission so we can prove ourselves as shinobis, and babysitting will not prove it. Naruto said, as he was now facing the Hokage face to face with a very serious look. He's right, and to be honest, I never liked the whole system much. It can deter someone's growth with ease, and also, they have to learn the true workings of the life of shinobi early so they can advance further. Kakashi said. The Hokage sighed as he realized he was defeated and then started to look at the stack of papers until he pulled one out. Alright Kakashi, I will give you a chance for your team to prove yourself with this C-rank mission. Hokage said, and Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto all smiled as they now had their chance to prove themselves. It's a protection mission for a certain individual. The Hokage said to the shinobis and then turned his head to the door. You can come in now. He said, and a thick-set older man wearing a large backpack with a towel around his neck and a bottle of some alcoholic beverage in his hand entered. Oh great, now we can get to protect an alcoholic. That's the way to help out genins, help them protect someone who drinks a lot so that way they can become alcoholics as well. Naruto said. This is the protection I'm going to get. Like some brats are going to protect me, especially the short one. The man said. Look who's talking. You're the one who comes here smelling like piss, ass, and alcohol. I may be short, but at least I don't smell like garbage. And on top of that, you're holding a bottle of sake and drinking it in front of 3 12-year-olds. Hokage-sama, if we're going to protect this man then you might as well put us down as future alcoholics. Naruto said. I'm not an alcoholic, I'm a super expert bridge builder Tazuna and will be expecting you to provide me super protection until I get back to my country and complete the bridge. The old man yelled. I swore I heard someone say something. Naruto said, as if he did not know who said what. Damn that kid, life isn't fair. Tazuna said, as he was crying in the corner. It's alright Tazuna-san, you're not the only one he's done this. Haruka said, comforting the bridge builder. Victim number 512. Damn I'm just too good. Naruto thought as he grinned. He's even worse than sensei. Kakashi thought, alright, team, I expect everyone to be outside the gates by noon and bring all your ninja equipment. Kakashi said before poofing away. As ridiculous as this sounds, I'm quite excited that we're leaving the village. Naruto said as he looked at his surroundings as they were standing near the gate. Is this your first time outside the village? Tazuna asked. Yes it is, and that's why I'm excited about it and also the mission. Naruto explained. Glad to see everyone is here. Kakashi said as he arrived. Holy crap you're on time. Who the hell are you and what have you done with Kakashi-sensei? Naruto asked. Can't you just stop for once? Kakashi begged. Nope. Naruto replied with a smirk. Let's just get going, everyone. Kakashi said, depressed, and everyone started to walk toward their way to wave. Tazuna-san, may I ask you a question? Sakura asked the bridge builder. Yes, what is it? Tazuna replied. You're from Wave, right? Sakura asks. Yeah, so? The bridge builder answered. Kakashi-sensei. Are there ninjas in Wave? Sakura asked her sensei. No, there are no ninjas in Wave, but there are in most other countries. The culture and customs may be different, but most countries do have hidden villages and ninjas. Kakashi said, answering the girl's question. To the many countries of the continent, the existence of a hidden village means military power. This is how they hold and maintain advantages on each other. But it's not that the villages rule the countries, they merely stand equal with the country's government. A small island country like the Wave country doesn't receive much interference from the other countries and does not require a shinobi village. Within the many shinobi villages like Mist, Leaf, Cloud, Sand, and Stone are large and powerful and thus are referred to as the Great Five Shinobi countries. And thus, these are the only countries whose leaders are referred to as Kages. The 5 Kages are Hokage, Mizukage, Kazekage, Tsuchikage, and Reikage, and they reign over thousands of shinobis in the world. Kakashi explained to the others. Wow, so it looks like Naruto-kun's dream is much bigger than he lets on. Sakura thought as she looked at the blonde. And also, the Kages are the strongest ninjas of their village and have no equal. Naruto added, and if one truly noticed it, they would have heard a hint of pride in his voice. However, all this doesn't really matter for this mission, since this is a C-rank mission, and thus there aren't going to be any ninjas to face. Kakashi said. Are you serious? Damn that sucks. I won't be able to test my skills then. Sasuke said, clearly pissed. I wouldn't be too sure about that, Sasuke. Naruto thought as he noticed the look on Tazuna's face when Kakashi said that there weren't going to be any ninjas after them. As they continued to walk, they passed by a puddle to which Kakashi and Naruto noticed. A puddle in the middle of a dry road. Are you guys fucking stupid or what? Naruto yelled out. You're fucking dead, kid. 2 voices yelled. Then, a ninja wearing a breathing mask, dressed in all black with a headband of the Mist Village, and a large metal gauntlet on each arm with a chain connecting them both, surfaced from the water, and then another one leapt from a tree, and then they both headed toward Kakashi and ripped him to pieces in an instant with their chains. One down, the bigger one said. Do to go. The smaller said, finishing the other's sentence, and then headed for the Genins and Tazuna when suddenly, they found themselves in a field of flower petals. The 2 said, as they cancelled the. They try to locate the group when suddenly Sasuke is seen in the air and tosses a kunai at them, pinning their chains to the tree behind them. Sasuke then disappears and reappears slightly above the brothers and delivers a double Ryu Senpyu, hitting the brothers in the face and knocking back to the tree. Both brothers recover and disengage their chains, taking the young boy by surprise and rush toward him with the intent to kill him when Kakashi suddenly appears and takes them out by clotheslining them. I could have handled it myself, Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke fumed. Yeah, you could, but I couldn't let you guys have all the fun. By the way, Sakura, nice job with the. Kakashi said, praising the blonde. Thank you sensei. Sakura grinned. So you were able to read our movements and hence why you guys planned to fool us. How? The 2 ninjas asked. Simple, it was a puddle. Like Naruto yelled out, it hasn't rained for many days, yet why is there a puddle in the middle of the road? That led to us figuring out that we were going to be ambushed. Naruto noticed it as well and quickly communicated with his teammate to make a plan and then used that smart mouth of his to provoke you guys into attacking us. Kakashi explained. But even if the genins could take care of themselves, why didn't you just take care of them yourself like you just did? Tazuna asked. You're right, I could have ended it instantly, but there was something I needed to find out. I need to find out who or what they were after to begin with. Kakashi explained. What do you mean? Tazuna asked. Meaning, where are they after you were one of us? Kakashi begins to say, and then continues, our mission was to simply protect you from thieves and gangs. We haven't heard that shinobis are after you. Our mission was to protect you until you completed your bridge, but now, this has become a B-rank mission. Kakashi explained. Tazuna remained quiet as he knew he had lied about the mission, so Kakashi continued. If it was known that ninjas were after you, this mission would have been set as the more expensive B-rank mission. I'm sure you had a reason, but lying about a mission causes difficult problems, and we are now operating outside the rules. Kakashi explained. I lied because my country is super poor, and if I told you about the ninjas, then this mission would have become too expensive for me to pay. If you guys want to return, that's fine by me. I guess this is what I deserve for causing so much trouble. Tazuna said, as he felt ashamed of what he did, but then Naruto started to chuckle, startling everyone. There's no way in hell we're going back just because you lied, drunkie. Besides, this mission looks more and more interesting. Naruto smiled. Naruto. This isn't a game, there's a risk we might face tougher opponents out there. Kakashi countered. I knew that there was a possibility like this, but that's exactly why I want a higher ranked mission, so I can prove myself. Also, as a future Hokage, I can't let an innocent man's dream go down the drain just because of unknown dangers, even though he is a smelly alcoholic and a liar. Naruto said firmly. Did he really have to insult me? Tazuna thought with a sweat drop behind his head. Besides, I know how to heal wounds, and I can easily help with the injuries in case we get wounded. Sakura added. Come on, sensei. Give us a chance, we did prove ourselves so far in this mission, and going back now would make us look like cowards, and if there's one thing I'm not, it's a coward. Sasuke said, finishing the genin's opposition to their sensei. Okay. We'll finish this mission. Kakashi sighed, why are these genin so stubborn? He then added mentally. Thank you very much, all of you. Tazuna said politely. Like we said, we're not going to let you down, old man. Naruto said. That kid, for some reason, I can sense that there is more to him than just his smart mouth. Tazuna thought as he looked at the blonde genin. Definitely like his father. Kakashi said mentally before he started to walk, with the others behind him. About this mission, you're right, this job is outside your duties, but I need to tell you that super dangerous man is after my life. Tazuna said. Super dangerous man? Who? Kakashi asks. You probably heard his name before. Tazuna said, as he sighed before continuing, the wealthy shipping magnate, a man named Gato. Tazuna revealed. Huh? Gato? From that Gato company? He is said to be one of the world's few extremely wealthy people. Kakashi says, shocked that a man this wealthy would be involved in this mission. Yes, he officially runs a large shipping company, but secretly sells illegal drugs and other items using ninjas and gang members to take over businesses and countries. He's a very nasty man. It was about a year ago when he set his sight on Wave Country. Through money and violence, he quickly took control of the country's shipping industries. Gato now has a monopoly on all business traffic in the country. The only thing he has to fear is the completion of the bridge. Tazuna explained. So I guess this is why Gato is sending these ninjas after you. To try and stop you from building that bridge. Sakura says. Oh well, we already accepted that we are going to protect you until you complete your bridge, and that's that. Kakashi says. Thank you. Tazuna nodded, and then the group resumed their way toward Wave. An hour later, the group is heading toward Wave in a boat that is being rowed by a man wearing a straw triangular hat like Tazuna. So that's the bridge, huh? No wonder he wants you to complete it. Naruto said, as he and the others marveled at the nearly completed bridge. Tazuna, it looks like we've avoided detection so far, but just in case, we'll take the route of the vegetation. It will make it harder for them to stop us. The man says. Thanks. Tazuna said. The boat goes through a tunnel and then stops at the dock. Tazuna and Team 7 get off the boat and wave goodbye to the man who helped them get here before continuing on their way through the forest. While in the forest, Naruto throws a shuriken at one of the bushes, surprising everyone. Why did you do that for Naruto? Sasuke asks. I thought I heard something. Sorry. Naruto said. Let me check just to be sure. Kakashi said, as he knew Naruto wouldn't try to do something as reckless or stupid as blindly throwing a shuriken. He walks up to the bushes and sees that the shuriken struck a snow-white rabbit right in the head. Wait a minute. Why is that rabbit skin so white when it's spring? The skin of rabbits is always brown in the spring, not white, Sakura asked, as they noticed the rabbit's snow-white skin and read about them in one of her books. That's because the enemy was keeping it in a cage to use it for body switching. Which means the enemy is already here. Everyone, be on your guard. Kakashi added to Sakura's observation. Suddenly, a huge sword is seen flying toward Kakashi and the others, who fortunately were able to duck it. The sword ends up stuck on a tree, and right on top of it was the masked man with grey pants and white-black arm guards and shin guards and a mist headband. Well, if it isn't the hidden mist's missing nin, Momoichi Zabuza. Kakashi said as he revealed the figure's personality. Alright guys, I want all of you to stay back, he's on a whole different level compared to the others. Kakashi told his team. And you are the Lightning Fang Kakashi. Sorry, but the old man is mine. Zabuza said. Lightning Fang. The Genins exclaimed. You kids didn't know. Your sensei here was an upper A-class shinobi in our bingo book during my time as Anbu in the Mist. Zabuza said. So our sensei is actually a badass. Sasuke smirked. And here I thought you only had chronic tardiness. But wait, you have chronic tardiness, and yet you have a reputation as a badass which can only mean one thing. Kakashi-sensei, you're a living conundrum. Naruto said. Why couldn't he be more like Kushina? Kakashi thought. Ninpu. Kurigaku no Jutsu, ninja arts. Silent mist technique. Zabuza said, and then the whole field was engulfed in a very thick mist. What's going on? This mist is so thick. Sakura said. This isn't good at all. This technique is specialized for silent killing, which Zabuza was an expert of. You won't even know you're dead until you are. You guys better be careful. Kakashi explains, alerting them of a possible attack. The mist is getting thicker. Naruto said, as he noticed it getting thicker. Zabuza started to say 8 choices. Where the hell is he? Sasuke asked, as he was getting more and more nervous. Liver, lungs, spine, clavicle vein, neck, brain, kidneys, heart. Which one should I go after? Zabuza asked. Kakashi then made a seal and emitted some of his chakra in order to clear out the mist. As soon as he did, they were all hit by an intense killing intent. This killing intent, it's even worse than those of the villagers. It's the killing intent of a man who truly wants to kill for the simple pleasure of it and is fully capable of. Naruto thought. Don't worry, Naruto. I won't let any of my comrades die before I do. Kakashi said as he tried to reassure the young man. Then, Zabuza appeared in between the Genins and Tazuna. It's that so? Zabuza said, shocking the Genins and Tazuna. He swings his sword, but before his sword could come down and kill the Genins and Tazuna, his hand was held back by Kakashi's right hand, and with his left hand, Kakashi put a kunai near Zabuza's neck. Don't move. Kakashi said. Now I understand. You left a clone behind to fool me by saying those words, well meanwhile, you were hiding waiting for an opening. Zabuza said. And it wasn't so hard to do considering I had used my Raikou Harigam lightning wires to track you down. Kakashi said. Not bad. Zabuza said, but then smirked before turning into water. Mizubushin. Kakashi thought. Kakashi quickly evaded to his left as Zabuza swung his sword down and struck the ground. Zabuza then brought his sword back up and swung again, but this time, Kakashi blocked it with some sort of fang blade in the form of lightning. The chakra fang made of lightning must be a type of chakra specialization. I'm impressed that it's that durable. Zabuza said and then kicked Kakashi in the stomach, knocking him back about 6 meters with his right foot. Kakashi-sensei. The Genins exclaimed as they saw their sensei being knocked back. I'm okay. You guys just stay away from the mist and protect Azuna-san at all costs. Meanwhile, I'm going to take this guy down. Kakashi said as he stood back up. The Genins nodded and got as far as the mist as possible. Take me down. And how are you going to do that? Zabuza asked. By doing this ninjutsu takishitsu, ninjutsu specialization. Raikou Akami, Lightning Wolf. Kakashi said and then performed a series of seals and then his hands were covered in silver gauntlets and his feet in silver greaves. Wolf Edge. Kakashi yelled as he leaped into the air, performed an overhead kick with his right leg and unleashed a powerful silver air blade that headed for Zabuza, but Zabuza was able to dodge it only for Kakashi to dash straight for him and throw a right straight. Zabuza blocked the attack, but then Kakashi discharged electricity from his fist and knocked Zabuza about 10 meters back. So that's your ninjutsu specialization, huh, Kakashi? Well then, let me show you mine. Zabuza said and then did a number of seals before putting his left hand on his blade, which then radiated with chakra, awakened, Kirikari, Mist Executioner. Zabuza said and then the chakra surrounding the sword was absorbed into the sword. The sword didn't change shape, so what did it do? Kakashi asked. It's no time to stare at Kakashi. Zabuza yelled and then swung his sword as wide as he could and then suddenly, a large explosion was made as trees fell down. When the smoke cleared, there was a huge trail on the ground, about 5 meters wide, and Kakashi was on the ground with blood on his arms and legs. You're lucky, Kakashi, but the next slash will be the end for you. Zabuza said. Even if you do kill me, my team is already way gone by now. Kakashi said as he slowly got back up. That sword of his, it was able to emit such a level of chakra, could that be its ability? Kakashi thought. That would be true if it wasn't for the fact that I'm not alone. In fact, my partner should be killing them by now. Zabuza said with a smirk. Man, this sucks. We're standing here doing nothing while Kakashi-sensei is getting all the action. Sasuke said fuming. Are you insane? Didn't you hear the large explosion just a few minutes ago? If it wasn't for Kakashi's warnings, we might have been caught in that. Sakura said. She's right, you know, and besides, they're way out of our league. This battle is pure jounin level. Naruto replied. It looks like Zabuza-san is fighting someone tough. An unknown voice said, and our genins, and Tazuna turned around and saw someone with dark blue hair, a wolf-oni mask, grey vest, white shirt, grey pants, black fingerless gloves, and sandals standing about 3 meters behind them. Who the hell are you? Sasuke asked. Me? I'm just someone who wants to play. The person said, and from their voice, the person was identified as a boy. He then disappeared and reappeared behind Tazuna with his katana drawn out. You're dead, old man. The boy said as he was about to slash through Tazuna only to find himself surrounded by petals. But the boy said and quickly cancelled out of the and saw that his target was in the hands of the genin who moved about 5 meters away from the boy. Nice. The boy said. So you must be with Zabuza, right? Sakura asked. Of course, I think you should be less worried about who I'm with and be more worried about how you're going to survive against me. From the last event, I can easily deduce that only one of you can keep up with me 100% of the time. In fact, the only reason why one of you was able to land on me was because that person, and they must have warned you when I was about to reappear so that you could use the boy said. He's right. That speed of his was so great that it was only thanks to Sasuke that we were able to locate him behind Tazuna-san, and also our quick teamwork that allowed us to save Tazuna. Naruto thought as he gritted his teeth. Since it looks like I have to get through you guys, let's get started. The boy said and then disappeared and was behind the genins and in front of Tazuna. The boy then decapitated Tazuna only for the latter to turn into a cloud of smoke. Heitan. Dikakyu no Jutsu. Sasuke said and then unleashed his fireball right at the boy who instantly moved out of the way and reappeared about 5 meters from the team. You've hidden the old man as soon as you performed, didn't you? The boy said in an angry tone. Of course we did. Our priority is to protect Tazuna-san, and the best way to do so against an opponent like you is to hide him somewhere safe and take you out first. Naruto answered with a smirk. Hey Naruto, let me handle him. Sasuke said. Are you crazy, Sasuke? This guy is way faster than any of us. We need to work as a team. Naruto objected. Naruto-kun is right, and besides, we outnumber him 3-1. Let's use that fact to our advantage. Sakura added on. I know, but listen. During our first exchange, I was the only one able to keep up with him for the most part, hence how I was able to warn the two of you and thus set up that, remember. What I'm saying is for you two to let me go at him one-on-one, and when there is a clear opening, hit him with everything you've got. Sasuke said. That would be more effective if we try your way. Okay Sasuke, we're counting on you. Naruto said. Sasuke smirked and then walked up to the boy and stood about 3 meters from him and then got into his fighting stance. Oro? You're going to fight me one-on-one? You must be crazy. Just because you can see me doesn't mean you can fight at the same level of speed as I can. The boy said. Crazy I am then, but enough of this talking, let's get right down to the main course. Sasuke said and then performed his Hayakyaku technique to disappear. He's fast. The boy said as he then located Sasuke in midair. Dragon Cutter. Sasuke yelled as he then came down on the boy with his split kick, but the boy countered by raising his left leg upwards and stopping Sasuke. The boy then reappeared behind Sasuke and drew out his sword and swung it at Sasuke, who then turned into a log. The substitution. The boy said. Fuetin. Kei's Haashi no Jutsu. Wind element. Wind wave pressure, Naruto yelled and unleashed his shot of wind from his right hand at the boy, who then disappeared to avoid the blast. Ryu Senpyu. Sasuke yelled as he was behind the boy and before the latter could react, he was knocked back by Sasuke's kick. Damn it, so they're using two fronts to attack me. That boy has the close range front and then the other two behind as the mid-long range front. If I avoid the former, I get attacked by the latter and vice versa. And because he can keep up with my speed, he can easily alert the other two in case of an attack. Gee, guess I have no choice but to use that technique. The boy thought. Okay boys and girls, it's time for me to take you guys seriously. The boy said. Take us seriously. The 3 genins said. Yep, and I'll do so with this technique that I like to call Shunchi, Flash Earth, which goes like this. The boy said and then in an instant was beside Sasuke. What are you looking at? The boy said and it was then that Sasuke and the others realized he had moved. He moved? When? Sasuke thought. "One down," the boy began to say, and then a slash across Sasuke's chest appeared, drawing out blood, 2 to go. The boy finished as Sasuke fell to the ground unconscious. "Sasuke!" Sakura yelled as she saw her fallen teammate. "We're doomed," Tazuna said. "He looks like he's the same age as us, and yet, his fighting level is just so much higher than ours," Naruto thought as he was trembling. That was Sakura's voice. Did his partner already get to Sasuke? If that's so, then I must finish this now, Kakashi thought. Dragon cannon. Zabuza thought as he spun his sword and then thrust his sword forward and unleashed a dragon-headed chakra wave at Kakashi. Kakashi saw the wave coming and ran toward it and kicked his right foot upward to counter the dragon wave and was able to kick it upward and away from him. He deflected my dragon cannon, Zabuza thought with a shocked look on his face. Raikou Kami-ken, lightning god fist. Kakashi yelled as he then dashed towards Zabuza and punched him with his right fist, electrocuting him. Zabuza then fell down on his knees and began to pant heavily. "Still alive after taking such an attack, huh? It seems I'll have to finish you off another way," Kakashi said as he then did a number of seals and then generated a huge amount of electric chakra in his right hand. "Such much chakra," Zabuza thought as he slowly got back up. "Akiri, lightning blade." Kakashi yelled and was about to thrust his attack when suddenly Zabuza received 2 needles in the neck. "What in the world?" Kakashi said as he stopped his attack as he was surprised at what just happened. Suddenly, a person with 2 long braids framing the side of their face and their hair tied up under a small cap and wearing a white mask with red stripes appeared next to Zabuza. "Sorry, but I cannot allow you to kill him," the person said, and from their voice, they sounded like a girl, and before Kakashi could do anything, she grabbed Zabuza and disappeared. "Damn it, he got away," Kakashi thought as he fell on his knees, panting heavily. "Now, time to finish you guys off," the boy said as he walked up to Naruto and the others when he suddenly stopped as the girl who had grabbed Zabuza reappeared next to the boy. "Zabuza lost. It's time for us to retreat," the girl said. "Oh really? Oh well, see you guys later," the boy said to our heroes as he and the girl then disappeared. "Are you guys alright?" Kakashi asked as he arrived on the scene. "Only Sasuke got injured, but it's not a fatal wound." "What about you, Kakashi-sensei?" Sakura asked. "I'll be alright, and besides, I've taken worse than this. Right now, our first priority is to get to Tazuna's place so we can rest and then regroup on how to handle these 3, because something tells me an even fiercer battle is about to take place," Kakashi said. "If you want to kill me, foolish little brother, then hate me, curse me, and live a long and unsightly life. Run away and cling to your foolish life," Sasuke yelled as he woke up. He looked around and found himself half naked in a room with bandages across his chest. "Why do I have one?" Sasuke began to ask, but then flashes of his fight against that boy and the attack he suffered rushed back in his mind. "Oh yeah, that," Sasuke said as he rubbed his forehead with his right hand. "I see you're finally awake, Sasuke," Sakura said as she, the rest of the team, Tazuna, and his beautiful daughter Tsunami entered the room. "How long was I out for?" Sasuke asked. "Not long actually. You were able to recover from your wound faster than I expected," Sakura answered. "And where are we and what happened to that kid and that Zabuza guy?" Sasuke asked. "This is the home of Tazuna, and Zabuza was able to escape thanks to his third partner who knocked him unconscious with acupuncture needles right before I was going to kill him and then escaped with him and the boy followed suit according to Naruto," Kakashi explained. "I see. I guess we got lucky somehow," Sasuke said. "You got that right. According to Naruto, that boy was on a whole other level compared to you guys," Kakashi said. "We'll definitely need to do some serious training if we hope to complete this mission, right, sensei?" Naruto asked. "Right you are. Sasuke, do you feel ready to do some training?" Kakashi asked. "Whenever you're ready," Sasuke replied with a smirk. "Matt, wait. You guys just got here, shouldn't you be resting before training?" Tsunami asked. Listen well to Tsunami-chan. The man that is after your father's life is Momoichi Zabuza, the devil of Kurigakure, and a missing nin. He will stop at nothing to kill him and his family, which includes you, and trust me when I say that he is more than capable of doing so. In fact, they said that when he was just a child, he committed a horrible crime. Back then, the mist was known as the Bloody Mist, and thus they had students fight each other to the death to determine if they graduated or not. Yet he, who was not even a student, came in and slaughtered every student, and in fact, it was because of him that the mist banned such graduation tests," Kakashi explained. "Whoa," was all Sasuke could say as they were in shock from hearing that. "And with the fact that he has 2 other partners, one who is much faster than my students and is strong and the other whose abilities are unknown, this makes this mission much more dangerous and why it is urgent for us to train immediately," Kakashi said sternly. Then what are waiting, Kakashi-sensei? Let's get this training started. Naruto said with a smirk. Alright Team 7, follow me to the forest. Kakashi said, and he along with his team walked out of the room. Not too far from where Kakashi and Zabuza fought, Zabuza's accomplices had laid Zabuza's body on the clearing. Man, Zabuza-san sure got his ass kicked. The dark blue-haired boy snickered. Do not speak like that of Zabuza-san. The girl reprimanded her partner. It then got an equipment pouch and pulled out a small scissor and was about to cut Zabuza's mouth cloth when the latter caught the arm of the hunter nin. That's alright, Haku. I'll do it myself. Zabuza said as he ripped his mouth cloth open. Oh, and the great Zabuza has returned from the dead. The blue-haired boy exclaimed. Shut it, Shinji, and you're way too rough with those needles, Haku. Zabuza said as he reprimanded both kids. You shouldn't pull it out like that or else you'll really die. Haku said. How long are both of you going to wear those stupid masks? Zabuza growled and both kids chuckled before taking them out. Shinji had hazel eyes and looked about 16, while Haku was a beautiful girl with brown eyes. What's wrong with them? Besides, it reminded us of the good old days. Shinji grinned. If I hadn't saved you then you would have definitely gotten killed. Haku explained. Yeah, but did you have to hit me in the neck? You could have aimed somewhere else. Oh, well, I guess you're as annoying as ever. Zabuza said to Haku. I guess you're right, but I did that so that way I wouldn't scare you. You shouldn't be able to move for a week though. Haku replied with a smile. No worries, you basically helped me escape from death. Zabuza said. Are we going to fight them again? Shinji asked with a grin. Of course we are, and this time, I will kill Kakashi. Zabuza said. Now, have any of you learned tree climbing yet? Kakashi asked. Tree climbing? Sasuke asked. It's the exercise where you climb a tree with your feet using chakra as support, right sensei? Sakura asked. Right, you are Sakura-chan. Kakashi replied. Oh that? I already learned that. Sasuke said. Me too. Naruto said nonchalantly. Me 3. Sakura said. Oh really? Why don't you guys then show me how it's done? Kakashi asked as he did not believe them. The trio shrugged and then each took a tree and ran all the way to the top in a matter of seconds. Done. The trio all said. Good, now we can get to the juicy stuff. Kakashi said. What juicy stuff? Naruto asked. The reason why I had asked you about tree climbing is because that exercise is a great way to learn chakra control. You see, chakra is an energy that comes from the mixture of physical stamina, strength, and spiritual energy. While it is mostly used via, it can also be used to create specializations. Kakashi said. Specializations? The trio asked simultaneously. The key to becoming a great shinobi is to specialize. Whether you are primarily a taijutsu, ninjutsu or type, what separates the weak from the strong is how they specialize in those types of. Specialization takes a lot of practice, but once mastered, it becomes a useful tool for all shinobis. For example, this is my specialization. Kakashi said and then began to harness his electric chakra around his arms and legs. Raikou Akami, Lightning Wolf, Kakashi said, and then the electric chakra turned into silver greaves and gauntlets that had electric sparks around them. Amazing. You were able to do that with your lightning type chakra? Naruto asked. Yep. This is my specialization of my lightning chakra because it now allows me to perform lightning techniques with almost no seals at all and deliver massive damage to my opponents. Kakashi said. I see. So you mean that we can take one element or fighting style and specialize around it like you did? Naruto asked. Yep, and that will tremendously help you become much stronger because it will be your unique take on a specific technique. Kakashi said with a grin. That sounds cool as hell. So, do we get started now? Sasuke asked. Yep. Just don't forget to come back to the house and eat now. See you later. Kakashi said and then disappeared. Alright guys, it's best if we separate so we can train better, agreed? Naruto asked. Yep. Both Sasuke and Sakura said and then all three scattered around to get started on their training. Meanwhile, Zabuza was resting in a bed in a huge hut-looking house with Haku looking after him and Shinji slumped on a chair when suddenly, Gato and 2 samurai bodyguards named Waraji and Zari entered the place. It looks like even you have come back defeated and I thought Miss Ninja were supposed to be the best. You couldn't even avenge your own men and you call yourself the devil of the hidden mist. Gato gloated as he walked towards Zabuza. Come on, Zabuza. No need to stay silent. Gato said as he reached his hand for Zabuza only for his hand to be gripped by Haku, who glared at him. Don't you dare touch him. Haku growled at the businessman. Why you stupid bitch? Both bodyguards growled and were about to attack her with their swords when suddenly, Shinji was right in front of them with his katana pointing at them, both before they could even register it. I suggest you never call Haku-chan that word again, or I will cut you to a number of humanly impossible pieces, and why don't you guys just leave us anyway? It's not like Zabuza-san wants to talk to you anyway. Shinji glared at Gato and his men. Okay, you win this time, but I'm giving only one more chance. If you fail me again, then you can kiss your paycheck goodbye. Gato said as he nursed his wrist and he and his bodyguards left the room. You two didn't have to do that. Zabuza said as he had a kunai hidden underneath his covers. Yeah, but we wanted to scare the shit out of them, not kill him, and besides, it's more fun that way. Shinji grinned. Also, we can't kill him now or else we would be on the run, again. Haku said sadly. Yeah, you guys are right, Zabuza said and closed his eyes to rest some more. For several days now, the Genins have been training in order to create their specializations. Naruto was practicing his wind when suddenly, Shinji and Haku walk into the clearing. Man, you sure are working hard out here. Shinji whistled as he was dressed without his dark blue coat and with a black shirt and black pants that had dragons on them. He was with Haku, who was wearing a pink yukata instead of her usual battle attire. Who are you two? Naruto asked. My name is Sanada Shinji and this is Haku, what about you? Shinji asked with a grin. My name is NamikazeNaruto. Anyway, what are you guys doing here? Naruto asked. What are you guys doing here? Naruto asked with a frown on his face. We were just going around, picking up herbs. Haku replied as she smiled at the boy. Herbs for Zabuza I presume? Naruto asked with a smirk as he knew he had uncovered both their true identities which caused the duo to grit their teeth and get into a fighting stance. However, Naruto held his hand up. Don't worry about it. I don't want to fight, in fact I just want to talk. Naruto said, surprising them. Why do you want to talk rather than fight? Shinji asked, still on his guard in case this was a trap. Because there's no need for it. In fact, why don't we help you gather the herbs for him, Naruto said with a smile, causing confusion. Why are you being so nice to us? We're your enemy. Haku asked as they were picking up the herbs for Zabuza. I have a better question to ask. Why didn't you attack me? You had the element of surprise, you easily could have killed me. Naruto asked. Well, Shinji started, but both he and Haku struggled to come up with an answer. You didn't want to cause trouble, all you wanted was to pick herbs peacefully for your friend and even act like normal children. I can see it in your eyes that you never had a good childhood, you were forced to become Shinobis early in your childhood despite your wishes. Also, I bet you and Zabuza have been on the run for a while, looking for jobs to help you out, and this one is just one of many. In reality, you just want to live peacefully and thus you don't want to kill us for the sake of being able to live in peace for just a few moments. Naruto said, tearing right into the very core of the two Shinobis. Don't act like you understand us. You know nothing. At least you have friends and a village to live in, on the other hand Haku and I had no one but ourselves until Zabuza found us on the streets. Shinji yelled angrily. Found on the streets? Naruto repeated. Yes, on the streets. In the mist, a hatred for bloodline users began to surface and then took full bloom after several battles between bloodline users and the Mist Village. My parents were bloodline users and died when I was only 5. I had to grow up in an orphanage and, as soon as they found out I was a bloodline user, they kicked me out into the streets. I had to fend for myself for a while until Zabuza found me and this is when I met Haku. Her mother was killed by her own father and husband simply because she had a bloodline and he even was about to kill her if it wasn't for Haku's powers. Eventually, we were found by Zabuza who took us in even when we told him of our bloodlines. He never once hated or feared us like those stupid villagers and that is why we owe everything to him and why you would never understand us. Shinji growled with a glare. Maybe I can't understand you perfectly, but I want to understand both of you and why I want you to stop this foolishness and come with us. Naruto pleaded, shocking them. Come with you? Haku and Shinji both asked. Yes. The path that you are both on will only lead you to death. Even if you survive this upcoming battle, you will eventually walk into a battle that you will never walk away from, and all this without enjoying the many things in life and even realizing your dreams. Stop this before it's too late and come with us, please. Naruto once again pleaded to the two of them. We know that, but we can't. We owe Zabuza-san everything, and we can't just abandon him even if we have dreams of our own. Haku replied with a sad smile. We have to go, but the next time we meet, we will hold nothing back for the sake of our precious person. Shinji said and then both vanished into thin air. Naruto, who the hell were you talking to? Sasuke asked as he walked into the clearing. The two accomplices of Zabuza. They came here to pick up some herbs for him and so I talked to them. Naruto answered. Why didn't you alert any of us? Sasuke asked. Because they're not bad people and they weren't fighting. In fact, I asked them to come with us back home. Naruto said. What the? Why? Sasuke asked. I just don't want anyone else to die because of Gato's greed and selfishness. Naruto replied. You're talking about Inari's dad, right? Sasuke asked. Yeah, his dad was killed by Gato's men and caused the child to withdraw into a state of anger, but that's not the only reason why I wanted them to come with us. Naruto explained as he reminisced of the story of Taiza, Inari's hero who was humiliated and killed by Gato because the man dared to stand up against the greedy businessman. What's the reason? Sasuke asked intrigued. Because they remind me of myself when I was little. Naruto said and then started to walk away. I see what you mean. Anyway, I was coming here to ask you for some help. Sasuke said. Help with what? Naruto asked. Later tonight, Naruto and Sasuke arrived at Tazuna's house, all dirty and tired. Oh, so you guys are back, but man, you guys look super dirty. Tazuna laughed as he saw the boys enter. Sorry, but we have a knack for overtraining. Sasuke said and both boys grinned. Alright. Naruto, Sasuke, starting tomorrow, you will be protecting Tazuna the bridge as well. Kakashi said, which made both boys happy. They then sat on the table and started to eat. By the way, have you been progressing with your training? Kakashi asked. Yep. Both boys replied, but then were startled when Inari smacked the table with both hands. Why do you bother to try so hard? It doesn't matter how strong you are, you're still no match for Gato's men. You act all cool and you talk all tough, but big strong guys like that are always too much for people weaker than they are. They'll destroy you. Inari says, shocking everyone. Unfortunately, we're not like you, and we will win. Naruto said, starting to glare at the young boy. No you won't, and you saying that ticks me off. You go running your mouth when you don't know a thing. This isn't your town. What the hell do you know about me? I'm different from you, you're always clowning around and acting so cheerful, you don't know how hard life can be. Inari yelled out with tears coming out of his eyes. Oh, is this the part where I'm supposed to cry and sympathize with you? Sorry, but I didn't get the memo. Naruto said. You're nothing but a heartless jerk. Inari yelled. And you're nothing but a little selfish emo kid who thinks he's had it tough. So what, your dad died. Guess what kid? People do die, that is a fact, and no amount of crying is going to change that. Seriously, I don't know how your mother deals with a selfish brat who all he does all day is cry and get mad at people. If I was her, I would probably kill myself at how uncaring my son is about the feelings of others around him. Naruto said and then left. Inari then began to cry even more and left. He didn't have to say such things. Tsunami said. Yeah, but that's the way he is. He tells you whether you like it or not. Kakashi said. But he is right. Crying never changes anything, and in fact, it makes things even worse. Sasuke said. Later, Kakashi went and talked to Inari and explained why Naruto acted this way, and in the end, Inari gained new respect for the blind. The next day, Kakashi and Team 7 arrived at the bridge only to gasp in shock as Tazuna's workers were lying on the ground. What happened here? Tazuna asked around. Those guys were monsters, one of the workers who was laying on the ground said. It can't be, Kakashi thought, just before a thick mist appeared to cover the bridge. They're coming. He yelled, and then an evil and familiar laugh echoed through the mist. Well, nice to see you again, Kakashi. And I see those brats are still alive. Guess you didn't kill them, Shinji. Zabuza said. I thought I did kill the black-haired one. Guess I must have gotten sloppy, but I'll make sure I get him this time. Shinji said playfully with his Oni mask back on, as both he and Haku were dressed in their combat attires once more. In your dreams. Sasuke said with a smirk. Don't get too cocky, Sasuke. Remember, he's the one that wounded you. Kakashi said. I know, but I'm much stronger now. Sasuke replied. Haku, Shinji. You guys have fun with the Genins while Kakashi and I settle our score. Zabuza said. Sasuke, how about you and I move somewhere else for our fight? Wouldn't want to get in the way of Haku-chan. Shinji asked. Whatever. Sasuke said and both disappeared. Haku, stop this. We don't have to fight. Naruto said. Naruto-kun, you know that person? Sakura asked. Yes I do. Her name is Haku and I met her and another boy named Shinji in the forest yesterday. Naruto replied calmly. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, but for the sake of Zabuza-san and Shinji-kun, I must fight you. Haku said and then charged Naruto with a wild blonde ready to kunai. They both met and clashed. Don't you see that all this will lead to more death? Don't you want it to just stop? Naruto asked. I do, but abandoning a friend is worse than trash and thus I will not abandon Zabuza-san. Haku said and then did a one-handed seal and created ice needles out of thin air and shot them at Sakura and Naruto who dodged out of the way. Hei's Haashi no Jutsu. Naruto said and retaliated with his wind pressure blast technique, blasting Haku back a couple of feet. Haku then got back up and went through a number of seals. Izuna-san, leave here now. Naruto told the old man, and then a number of floating ice mirrors are created from the cold air and water and then surround Naruto, Sakura, and Haku like a dome. This is my Hai Jutsu, Maku Hyushu, secret technique, demonic ice mirrors. Haku said, and then stepped into one of the mirrors, much to the amazement of Naruto. Hei's Haashi no Jutsu. Naruto yelled as he shot his attack at one of the mirrors, but was unable to break it. Is that your specialization? Naruto asked. No. It is rather my bloodline limit. Haku said. I've heard about bloodline limit from one of my books. They are abilities passed down genetically in specific clans, and thus are unique to the people of that clan only. Sakura explained. You're correct. This ability is mine and mine only, and I will use it to protect my precious people. Haku said, as she then started to move from mirror to mirror and at the same time started to shoot needles at our heroes, causing them to yell in pain. Ninjutsu Takishitsu, ninjutsu specialization. Sakura no Mai, dance of the blossoms. Sakura yelled out as suddenly, a large number of cherry blossoms surrounded her. Whatever they are, they won't save you. Haku said as she shot more needles towards Sakura, but then the petals flew in front of Sakura and blocked the needles. Sakura shuriken. Sakura yelled and then shot shurikens in the form of petals. Those petals are dangerous. Haku thought as she dodged them and then retreated into another mirror. I had enough of this. Ninjutsu Takishitsu Naruto yelled and then performed the seal for the KB technique and then two Narutos appeared but looked different from the original. The one on the right had slightly longer hair tied in a ponytail and lighter blonde hair and wore a dark blue jacket instead of white with a white spiral instead of a red spiral, black shirt, gray shorts, black shoes, and no gloves. Also, he sported a colder look on his face than the real Naruto. The one on the left was a younger version of Naruto who had a cheerful look on his face and wore an orange jumpsuit with blue shoes and a red spiral on his back. The name is Shiki. Naruto on the right side. The name is Kai. The Naruto on the left said with a grin. And we are Naruto no Karo, Paths of Naruto. The two clones said together. Meanwhile at Izuna's house, the two bodyguards of Gato had entered the house and captured Tsunami and saw Inari and were about to lunge at him when they were suddenly knocked in the back of the neck and rendered unconscious by Naruto. Naruto? But I thought you were supposed to be with the others. Inari asked, confused but also relieved that he saved them. I'm only a clone of Naruto. On their way, Naruto decided to make a clone in order to make sure that Gato wouldn't try anything underhanded, like trying to kill you guys, and I guess he was right. The clone explained. Can you tell Naruto I'm sorry about what I said? Inari told the clone. That's for you to tell him, but I'm sure he will forgive you. Now, go and rally the villagers, it's time for you to become a hero. The clone said with a foxy smile and then poofed up. Inari nodded and smiled for the first time in a long while before heading to the other houses in order to try and rally the villagers around him. So Sakura-chan, what do you think of my specialization? Naruto asked his girlfriend with a smirk. Howie. Sakura squealed as she hugged and snuggled onto Kai Naruto. Nani? What do you think you're doing with Sakura-chan? Naruto asked. I just can't help it. He's just so cute and huggable. Sakura replied as she continued to hug the younger Naruto. Help me, Kai Naruto yelled as he tried to escape the clutches of the pink-haired girl, but to no avail. Sakura-chan, I need him. You can hug him all you want after we're done. Naruto replied. Okay. Sakura said and then let go of Kai Naruto. I forgot to ask. Are they special clones? Sakura asked. Yep. Each has their own personalities, consciousness, and also techniques. Naruto explained. So that's your ninjutsu specialization, huh? Well then, here's mine. Haku said as she then performed a seal and suddenly there were reflections of her in each and every mirror. Why am I not going to like this? Naruto asked. Begin. Haku said as she and all of her reflections began firing needles at our group. Sakura Heki, wall of Sakura, Sakura yelled out and then all of her petals formed a large shield in order to protect them from the assault. We have to think of something quick, Naruto. Even if I can block her assault with my petals, we still need to take her out. Sakura said. I know. Just let me think of something. Naruto replied. Let me handle her. Shiki Naruto suddenly said. By yourself? Are you stupid? You'll only get skewed out there. Naruto retorted. Besides Shiki and Nikki, we all have to fight together as a team because teamwork is the key. Kai Naruto added cheerfully. I said I'll handle her, so shut the fuck up and leave now before I kill you. All. Shiki Naruto replied with a dark glare. Hi, Shiki and Nikki. Kai Naruto replied, trembling. Holy crap, he makes Sasuke look like a saint. Naruto thought with a sweat drop behind his head. Scary Sakura thought. Okay, we'll leave this to you, but don't mess it up, got it? Naruto ordered. Yes, I heard you already, now leave me alone, Naruto said, growling at the last part darkly. Okay, we're leaving already. Naruto said. Hi. Sakura replied as she nodded her head and then went through a series of seals, Sakurajin, Sakura illusion. Sakura said. Suddenly, Haku found herself pinned to a Sakura tree in the middle of the forest. The Haku thought and then cancelled, only to find out that everyone except Shiki had left. So they used the distraction to escape, but why only leave this guy? Haku thought. Sorry, but I'm a bit impatient when it comes to fighting, so let's get this over with, shall we? Naruto asked with a smirk. If you insist, but you've just made a big mistake. Haku said, it doesn't matter what his abilities are, he can't break through my mirrors, and thus can't harm me nor my reflections. Haku thought as she unleashed her onslaught once again. You think that I can't break your mirrors, huh? How naive. My name is Naruto, and this is my special ability. Shiki said with a smirk as the needles headed for him. Then in an instant, all of the mirrors were shattered and Haku fell to the ground with her mask broken. He did it. Sakura exclaimed. Wait a minute, what is he doing? Naruto asked as he saw Shiki walk toward Haku. I must say, you really are beautiful. Too bad I have to cut you to pieces. Shiki said with a dark smirk as he was near her. That's Shinji-kun. Haku said weakly as she tried to get up but to no avail. China, die. Shiki said as he was about to finish her off when his right hand was suddenly caught by a rope of rose petals. What do you think you're doing, Anna, woman? Shiki asked Sakura. Stopping you from killing Haku-chan. Sakura said. Damn it, Shiki, she's not our enemy. Gato is. Naruto growled. Shiki said and then disappeared and reappeared in front of Sakura. You got some guts, woman. I like that. Shiki said with a smirk before cupping Sakura's chin and then kissed her fully on the lips. What the hell are you doing? Naruto asked. What does it look like? I'm kissing a woman. Shiki said as he ended the kiss, leaving a red and dazed Sakura. Our woman? Naruto exclaimed. Of course she is. You honestly don't expect me to let you have her for yourself, do you? I am another you after all. Shiki replied with a smirk. Wait. There are more of you? Sakura asked. Yep. He created a total of 5 of us, but only could summon us 2, since the others are not totally functional yet. Shiki answered. 5 of Naruto. Sakura began to speak and then had a nosebleed and fainted. Sakura-chan. Naruto exclaimed as he saw his girlfriend faint. Shiki and Nikki, do you think you'll be able to teach me how to do that? Naruto asked. Of course, Shiki replied. No, you will absolutely not. Naruto yelled. Shinji-kun, Haku thought as she looked toward the direction where Sasuke and Shinji were fighting. From the sound of it, it looks like my friends defeated your partner. Sasuke said, smirking. It looks like it. So, should we wrap this up? Shinji asked as he got into his stance. Whatever you say. Sasuke replied. Shunchi. Shinji yelled and was behind Sasuke in a mere instant with his sword drawn. He then swung his katana, but to his shock, Sasuke blocked it with what seemed like a dark reddish gauntlet on his right arm. Keen, flame. Sasuke yelled as his gauntlet suddenly emitted fire and knocked Shinji back about 5 meters. What is that? And how did you keep up with me? Shinji asked. This is my ninjutsu specialization called Ryu Keen, Dragon Flame, and it allows me to use fire techniques without the use of seals, much like my sensei's Raikou Akami. And, as for how I was able to keep up with you, it was all thanks to my Sharingan. Sasuke said. Sharingan? Shinji said. Yep. It's a that allows me to copy techniques and see through techniques, meaning that no matter what you perform, I can see through it and even copy it. My Sharingan allowed me to see through your technique and find out how it worked, and it basically works like this. Your Shunchi is actually a combination of Shunshin no and fast footwork. By using these 2 in conjunction, you are actually creating an even faster version of Shunshin no, and thus why people cannot even register when you move. Usually when someone uses a high-speed movement technique, the opponent can see them disappear, but can't track them because they move so fast. However, your technique is so fast that the opponent can't even register when you move, and thus allows you to sneak up on them for the kill much easier. And also, my Sharingan allows great clarity of perception, which allows me to track down your every move, and with the added training I got, my body is able to keep up with it. Sasuke explained. I see. So you also possess A as well, and yours sounds very interesting. Shinji said. What? Do you also have a? If you do, then what the heck are you doing holding it back? This is a fight, you know. Sasuke growled angrily. You're right, I should stop playing around, but it's just that I have a playful nature. Also, mine is not as interesting as yours, but I would say it's even more deadlier than yours. It is called Taokai, sword release, and it goes like this. Shinji said as he then put his left hand on his katana and it then transformed into a katana with a small ring near the crossguard and an orange hilt. Then Ahiko, crimson flying locusts. Shinji yelled out and then uses his shunchi to reappear in the air and then moves the blade around him in a circle and then a trail appears from the swordsman's path which then turns into a sword which then rains down on Sasuke who moved out of the way. The rain of swords destroyed a large part of the bridge. Tensho, Heaven Spear. Shinji yelled as he once again put his hand on his blade which then glowed white and extended towards Sasuke at high speed. Sasuke dodged it and then reappeared behind Shinji and then tried to punch him but then Shinji spun around and blocked it with a red longsword. He then grinned as he crossed his red longsword with a blue longsword in the shape of an X and then they glowed with chakra as Shinji was then able to knock Sasuke to the ground by emitting a wave of chakra from his blades. Furigasho, Mist Fang Slice. Shinji yelled out as his sword turned into a silver katana with a chain in the back of the hilt and he then swung it and shot a concentrated blast of chakra in the form of a crescent moon. Sasuke barely dodged the attack as the attack cut through the bridge. I have to finish him now or else he'll destroy this entire bridge. Sasuke thought. My Taokai allows me to basically transform a sword into another type of sword that I wish and not just that, but I can also change any non-living thing into a sword, basically allowing us to create an infinite amount of swords. However, this is not all I can do. Kinjutsu specialization. Hirameki Ryu, flash sword style. Shinji said as he then began to use shunchi all over the place, appearing and attacking in multiple spots, causing Sasuke to just stand and block. Even if you can track me, you can't keep up with my Genkai's unpredictability. Shinji laughed as he continued his onslaught. You're really starting to piss me off. Kintatsumaki, flame twister. Sasuke yelled as he then emitted a huge amount of fire from his gauntlets and greaves that took the form of a large hurricane that engulfed Shinji. However, Shinji was able to use his shunchi to get out of the twister in midair with only partial burns. Just where I wanted you. Sasuke said. Nani? Shinji gasped as he realized he was tricked. Shishirendan. Sasuke said and drove his left hand to Shinji's face, sending him toward the ground, then followed by his right hand to the boy's stomach and then Sasuke brought his right leg over and struck Shinji in the stomach, knocking him to the ground hard and making him cough blood. So, how did you like Shishirendan, lion combo? Sasuke asked with a smirk. I won't lose. Shinji growled as he struggled to get back up. Give up, you can't win. Sasuke said. I won't. No, I can't give up. We've come too far to give up now. Shinji said and charged towards Sasuke with his sword and swung it but Sasuke blocked it easily. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this for Zabuza? Sasuke asked. Not just for him but for Haku-chan and also my dreams. Shinji replied. Dreams? What dreams? Sasuke asked. My dream is to go back to the Mist Village and reform the 7 swordsmen of the Mist. Shinji answered. If you have dreams then instead of throwing them away for something like this, go and strive for them. At least you have dreams, I don't, not after what he did. Shinji said as he tried to understand what the Uchiha meant. Not only did he rob me of my family, but he also robbed me of my dreams, leaving me with nothing but anger and despair. However, you still have your dreams and this is why you need to live on so you can accomplish your sake. Besides, you don't have to worry about Haku, Naruto doesn't kill needlessly. So after this battle, go and seek your dreams instead of letting them either or let them be destroyed by someone else. Sasuke said. Shinji-kun. Haku said as she ran up to him and hugged him upon seeing him injured. Haku-chan. Shinji said with a soft smile. I'm glad you won and I'm glad you didn't kill him, Sasuke. Naruto said as he and Sakura approached the Uchiha. The same for you guys. Sasuke said. Haku-chan, I want to live out our dreams like we always wanted to. I don't want to live on the run forever. Besides, I promised you that I would make you Mizukage. Shinji said. Me too, Shinji-kun. Haku said and nodded her head. Zabuza-sama. Haku yelled. Is that Haku? Why is she calling me? Zabuza asked. Yo, Jigenkai-sensei, late sensei. Stop the fight. Naruto said. I told you not to call me that. Kakashi yelled. Urusai. I will keep calling you until you stop coming late, which will never happen in this century. Naruto replied, causing Kakashi to mumble in anger before continuing. I want you two to stop fighting now. Naruto said, surprising both. Have you gone mad with Naruto? He is our enemy. Kakashi barked back at the blonde. No, he's not. Gato is. Naruto replied sternly. Sorry kid, but I work for Gato, and thus I'm your enemy as well. Zabuza said. Zabuza-san, please stop fighting. We don't want to do this anymore. Haku said. Haku? Zabuza was surprised at what his adoptive daughter said. She's right. We don't want to live like this, having to put aside our pride as shinobi so we can work for greedy bastards like Gato. We want to work toward accomplishing our goals, our dreams, live a better life where we don't have to work like this and where we can truly be proud of ourselves. Shinji added. Remember, you said you wanted to go back to the mist and change it, right? Haku asked. Well, we want to change it as well, make it a better place for bloodline users and everyone. And also reform the Seven Swordsmen, the group that my parents were a part of and you were a part of as well. Please, Zabuza-san, these people are not our enemy and in fact helped us realize what we have been doing is wrong, so please stop fighting. Shinji pleaded. You kids are truly incredible, you know that. Alright, we'll do it, we'll go and live out our dreams. Zabuza proclaimed. Too bad you won't live to do so, Zabuza. A voice said, and everyone turned to see Gato and his whole army of men on the bridge. Gato? Zabuza growled. That's Gato? I thought he looked more intimidating. Sakura asked, suspicious. Haven't your parents ever told you about not judging things on appearances? Little girl Gato yelled at Sakura before turning back his focus on Zabuza. Haha, the plan has changed. Well, actually I was planning to do this from the beginning. Zabuza, I'm going to have you killed here, I never planned on paying you any money. Hiring a normal ninja from the village is expensive and they may betray me, so I use you nuke nins who are easier to take care of afterwards. I have the ninja battle each other and once they're weakened I kill them off with numbers. It doesn't cost me anything. Good plan, don't you think? The only problem in the plan was you, Zabuza. The devil of the hidden mist. What a joke, if you ask me. You're just a cute little baby devil. He said to Zabuza, causing the ex-mist nin to glare at him. That's enough, kill them. Gato ordered. Zabuza laughed, startling Gato and his men. Kill me? You must have lost your mind, Gato. There's no way you can kill me, the devil of Kurigakure. Zabuza roared and then ran toward Gato and his men and started to slash through them despite getting stabbed by some of them. Gato then tried to run away, but Zabuza then stabbed him in the midsection and then brought his sword up, cleaving Gato in two vertically. Why you? You killed our meal ticket. Now you're going to die and we'll pillage the village and take anything of value. Let's go. The rest of the thugs yelled and were about to kill Zabuza and the others when an arrow hit the bridge in between them and the thugs. All the shinobi turned to see Inari leading a large group of villagers armed with crossbows, spears, axes, swords, and other simple weapons. If you come any further onto this island, the citizens of this country will stop you with everything we've got. Inari yelled. The rest of the thugs left on the boat, afraid of the villagers' wrath. I'm okay. Zabuza said to his two apprentices before falling down to the ground. Don't say that and then fall to the ground, Baka. Haku yelled. Well then, I would say our mission is finished. Kakashi joined his team and they nodded. 2 weeks had passed and Team 7 and Team Mist were at the bridge once more as they said their last goodbyes to each other and wave. So, are you guys going back to Mist? Sakura asked. Yeah. It will be difficult, but I think we'll manage. Zabuza answered and ruffled the hairs of both his adoptive children. Thanks to you our country was saved, but it will be awfully dull around here without you energetic youngsters, Tazuna said to Team 7. Don't worry old man, we'll be back someday, Naruto said with a foxy grin. By the way Naruto, I want to thank you and also sorry for what I said. If it wasn't for you, I don't think I would ever have the courage to do what I did. Inari said, thanking Naruto. You always had courage, Inari, you just needed to stop crying and believe in yourself. I also believe you will grow stronger and by the way, an apology has been accepted. Naruto smiled. Hi, Nai-san. Inari exclaimed with a grin and hugged the older shinobi. As the shinobi parties went their own ways, Tazuna looked at Naruto upon the distance, grinned and said, that boy touched Inari's heart and Inari touched the hearts of all the people in our city. Naruto built a bridge that eventually carried us all to hope and courage. Speaking of bridges, we still have to officially dedicate this one and there's only one name that will fit. Let's name it the Great Naruto Bridge. That's just what I was thinking, Tazuna said as he pulled a dedication plaque from his backpack and prepared to mount it on the bridge. It's been about a couple of weeks since Team 7 left Wave and returned to Konoha. Kakashi, Kurenai and Asuma were all in front of the Hokage, along with others in the Hokage Tower for a meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to hear the nominations for the exams. The Hokage said and puffed a cloud of smoke from his pipe before continuing. I don't have to tell you this, but after a genin has completed 8 missions, they can then be nominated for the exam by their sensei. Of course, completing more missions is the norm, the Hokage said as he explained what was required for the genin's entrance to the exams. That's obvious. Besides, they're not ready yet for this exam. Haruka thought. Now, starting with Kakashi. The Hokage said and Kakashi stepped forward. I, Hada Kakashi, nominate Team 7, composed of Haruno Sakura, Namikaze Naruto, and Uchiha Sasuke. All 3 have shown more than the required skills for this exam, and I feel that they are more than ready. Kakashi said. What? Haruka thought, shocked at what he was hearing. I, Yuhi Kurenai, nominated Hinata Hyuga, Inyazuka Kiba, and Abram Shino of my teammate into the Chunin exam. Kurenai said. And I, Saratobi Asuma, will nominate my Team 10 of Akimichi Chouji, Nara Shikamaru and Yamanaka Ino into the exam as well. Asuma said, finishing off the nominations. All of them? Rare, very rare. The Hokage said. Wait a second. Haruka yelled out, catching the attention of everyone. What is it, Haruka? The Hokage asked. Please Hokage-sama, let me have a word on this. I may be speaking out of line, but these 9 were students of mine at the academy. Of course, they are very talented, but it's too early for them to take an exam. They need more experience, and this is why I cannot disagree with the reasoning of the journals, Haruka said. They don't. If we continue to shelter them like this by forcing them to take lame missions, then they will never become true shinobis, and their growth will be stunted. What better way to truly test them as shinobis than by having them take the exam? Besides, I was 6 years younger than Naruto when I took mine. Kakashi said. But Naruto is different from you. Haruka said. No he is not, and stop acting like he is. He is a shinobi of this village, like myself, and thus is more than ready to take on exams like these. Besides, these exams are nothing compared to the true world of a shinobi. I will say this only once, Haruka. These kids are not longer students, they are our soldiers now, and if we feel they are ready then they are, understood? Kakashi said with a glare, shutting up Haruka. Oh boy, that was intense, but Kakashi's right. These kids are no longer students, but shinobis, and we cannot stop them from facing tougher challenges ahead. The Hokage thought. I will then accept the nominations of these 3 teams, and now, onto the nominations for the non-rookie teams. The Hokage said, continuing the meeting. Meanwhile, Naruto was meditating in one of the many training grounds, while his clones were working on several techniques when Sasuke and Sakura walked into the clearing. Yo Naruto, Kakashi-sensei told us to meet him at the bridge, so let's go. Sasuke said to his teammate. You do realize it's quite rude to interrupt someone's meditation, Sasuke, and besides, we all know Kakashi-sensei won't be there on time to save his life, so why bother going there early? Naruto asked his teammates. I know, but today is the day we kill him if he comes late. Sasuke grinned as he cracked his knuckles while Sakura smiled evilly with her chakra scalpels on. Okay then I'm in, and I get dibs on him first. Naruto grinned evilly, and then they all headed toward the bridge. Okay, who paid you? Naruto asked his sensei, as they saw that he was actually early for once. What are you talking about, nobody paid me anything. Kakashi replied, looking at his students quizzically. That's crap. There are only 2 ways someone of your persona would ever come early, and that is if someone paid you or you're being whipped, and if that's the case, what's her name? Naruto asked with a mischievous grin. I am not being whipped, and no one paid me anything. Kakashi hollered with a blush on his face. Damn it, why did he have to be your son, Sensei Kakashi thought. Then it's officially the end of the world. Naruto said, as he turned to look at his teammates. Aw come on, don't you guys have any confidence in my abilities to come on time? Kakashi asked in a helpful tone. We don't. His students replied. This caused Kakashi to go in the corner in a depressed mood and saying things like how his students were so cold. Stop acting depressed and just tell us why you wanted to meet us. Sasuke growled in impatience. Oh yeah, Kakashi said as he recovered from his depressive stupor and then stood back up. I just wanted to tell you guys that the Chunin exams are in a few days. Kakashi revealed this to his students with a smile. The Chunin exams? Sasuke and Naruto repeated. Kakashi-sensei, what are the exams? Sakura asked. The exams are held every year to determine which genes have the capacity to become Chunins. It's basically the step to the next level for you guys, and I've decided to sign you guys in. Kakashi said. Really? The genin said with excited looks on their faces. Yep, all true. So, what do you think of your sensei now, pretty cool right? Kakashi asked, as he was expecting a compliment only for his comments to have been ignored by his students who were in their thoughts. Why are they so mean to me? Kakashi cried mentally. The step to the next level, huh? I couldn't be happier. Sasuke thought as he shook in anticipation. Another obstacle for me to overcome in order to be Hokage. Naruto thought with a smirk. This is my chance to prove myself as a Kunoichi. Sakura thought, Shenro inner Sakura yelled, joining in. Whatever, this is all for today. Sasuke, can you stay with me for a minute? I need to talk to you about something important. Kakashi said to the Uchiha, causing him to raise his eyebrow in confusion. Hey Sakura, want to get some ramen with me? Naruto asked the girl, making her blush. Sure. Sakura replied, and the two headed on. So Kakashi, what is it? Sasuke asked. It's about what you said when we first introduced ourselves. You said that you wanted to defeat your brother instead of killing him. What brought the change from killing to beating? Kakashi asked. The change happened a few months after the massacre. I was actually thinking of becoming an Avenger, but then he came and changed everything, Sasuke began to say. Flashback, Sasuke, age 8, and with only a black shirt with a sign on the back and white shorts, was sitting near the pond by himself, like he has been ever since the death of his clan. He thought about everything that happened, and then his blood started to boil when the image of his brother ran through his head. He then picked up some rocks and started to throw them at the pond. Damn you, Itachi. They all admired you, I admired you. Father even loved you more than me, and yet you killed them all, and for what? To test your stupid capacity. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Sasuke roared as he continued to throw the rocks as tears started to flow from his eyes. Year days. What did this pond ever do to you for you to throw those rocks so hard at it? A voice said, and when Sasuke turned around, he saw a man with a similar haircut to his, but much shorter. He had on a red oriental shirt with a gold dragon on the front and back, black pants with that same dragon, and sandals. Who are you? Sasuke asked. My name is Kaio, and you must be Uchiha Sasuke, right? Kaio grinned as he introduced himself. Wait, how did you know my name? Sasuke asked, suspicious of this man. Well, I heard that the whole Uchiha clan was massacred and that Uchiha Sasuke was the only survivor, and since you're sitting here all by yourself and crying and throwing rocks, it was a pretty safe bet to assume you're him. Kaio grinned. So, what are you going to do about it? Kaio asked. About what? Sasuke asked. About the massacre of your clan, that's what. Kaio answered. I am going to avenge my clan, that's what. I am going to get stronger, hate him with all my being, and kill him for what he did. Sasuke said as he clenched his fists in anger. So you want to become an Avenger, huh? Well, that's not good. Kaio said and sighed. Why not? Itachi deserves to die for what he did, and he left me in order to kill him so I can become the Avenger of my clan. Sasuke said. So you think becoming an Avenger and killing this man will bring them back, huh? Do you really think it will make them happy? Kaio asked with a stern look on his face. What do you mean? That's what they would want. Sasuke roared. Are you sure? Is that what they would want or what Itachi wants you to do? Living by hatred, is that what they would want or Itachi would want? Kaio asked. When he saw Sasuke struggling to come up with a response, he smirked and continued, being an Avenger is nothing but pure self-destruction. When one becomes an Avenger, they lose their identity and purpose only in order to kill one person, but what they fail is that in trying to kill this one person, they end up destroying everyone around them, and after you do kill that person, all you are left with is emptiness and loneliness. In the end, Avengers lose more than they gain, including their goals, dreams, and even their friends and lovers. Kaio explained to the young boy. How do you know all this? Sasuke asked, a bit awed by Kaio, as his words started to hit him deep. Because I became an Avenger myself, and, as I went through life as an Avenger, I realized the damage I was causing around me and inside of me, and realized that it was not the way it should be, and hence why I stopped being an Avenger. Kaio answered. But then what am I supposed to do? He killed my clan, he took away my family, I don't have anyone else but myself. Sasuke yelled, with tears flowing down once again. Live, that's all you have to do. Instead of trying to destroy your life in order to kill one person, live your life so you can grow strong and protect those you love and hold dear to you. Hatred is not true strength, your goals, dreams, and what's from within is what is your true strength. We define our strength by our own experiences. Itachi may have gotten his strength via hatred, but that doesn't mean you have to gain your strength through hatred. Instead, use your pain of loss to strengthen you so that way you become even stronger than your brother and never lose another precious person. Kaio said. Finding my own strength. Sasuke said, and then looked down at his hands, and then images of his parents, uncles, and aunts appeared, and then he clenched his fists. You're right, I have to do this on my own, not listen to what Itachi said or do it how he did it. I will find my own strength and become strong. Sasuke said with a hint of pride. That's the spirit. Kaio grinned and ruffled Sasuke's hair. Then flashback, Io-san trained me for a little while before he left the village. He's the one that told me about true strength and hence why I decided to stop becoming an Avenger and just focus on becoming a strong shinobi, and if the time comes, I will defeat Itachi. Sasuke said. But why defeat him instead of killing him? Kakashi asked. Because I saw that killing him would be too good for him, and thus instead, if I just defeat him, it will torture forever knowing he is weaker than me and the clan. Sasuke smirked. I see. Oh well, that's all I wanted to do, and I'm glad that you changed. Anyway, see you later. Kakashi said and then disappeared. Naruto and Sakura were walking around when suddenly, Naruto stopped and sighed before turning around. What's wrong, Naruto-kun? Sakura asked as she was wondering why her boyfriend was sighing. Konohamaru, you are not going to fool me with that disguise, a rock doesn't have any holes, Dumbus. Naruto said he spotted the boy and his friends hiding under a box, following them. Smoke comes out and then Konohamaru, Mogi, and Yuden come out. Konoha's future Hokage and ninja superstar, Konohamaru. Konohamaru. Konoha's sexy Kunoichi, Mogi. Mogi said. And the one who is a master of numbers, Yuden. Yuden said, finishing the trio's entrance. Sakura-chan, I present to you the Beansprout Trio. Naruto said, as he pointed to the trio. Stop calling us that. The three children yelled back, but to no avail, as Naruto whistled, as if he didn't do anything. Wow, how cute. Sakura said while Naruto rolled his eyes. Hey Nai-san, is that your it? Konohamaru asked Naruto, as he pointed to Sakura. Only if she wants to. Shiki Naruto replied, as he somehow was out of Naruto's body. He stroked Sakura's cheek slowly, making the girl blush an impossible color, and also making her moan. Ooh, can you teach me that too, Shiki and Ikki? Kai Naruto asked with a bundle of enthusiasm, as he was also out of Naruto's body. Yeah, me too. Yuden and Konohamaru asked, despite being oblivious to the fact that there were two other Narutos. Absolutely not. Naruto hollered to Kai, Yuden, and Konohamaru, and then turned to Shiki and stopped messing with her, and how did you two even get out of my body? Naruto asked, as he was getting frustrated by them. We just did, duh. Like I said also, she is our woman, not just yours, and I can do anything I want to her. Anything, Shiki replied with a cool smirk, as he put the emphasis on the word anything. So, is this how Leaf Ninjas spend their day? How pathetic. Said a voice that was full of arrogance, and everyone turned to see a boy dressed in all black with makeup on his face, and a huge wrap thing on his face, and a girl next to him who had blonde hair, and wore a tight bodysuit with a large metal thing strapped to her back head toward them. They both wore headbands, one the head for the boy, and on the neck for the girl, with a different symbol. Those are foreign shinobis. Are they already here for the exams? Sakura wondered, as she recalled that the exams were on. What's your name? Shiki asked, as he glared at the duo. Me? The boy asked. I'm talking to her. What's your name, woman? Shiki asked the girl. My name is Tamari. Tamari responded with a light blush on her face. That boy is handsome. Tamari thought and then suddenly gasped as Shiki was in front of her and put his right arm around her waist, making her blush. What the hell do you think you're doing to my sister, bastard? The boy growled angrily as he watched this stranger getting a bit too intimate with his older sister. Shut the hell up, would ya? I'm in the middle of something if you haven't realized by now, and I hate being interrupted. Shiki replied nonchalantly as he glared at the boy. Naruto-kun, shouldn't you try to stop Shiki? Sakura asked, worried. No need, and besides, this could actually help in retrieving information about foreign shinobis. Naruto replied. So, Shiki began to say, and then put his lips up to Tamari's left ear. How about we get to know each other better, really better, Tamari-chan? Shiki said to her in a very seductive tone. That's it. I'm going to clobber you. The boy said, as he was about to strike Shiki when suddenly, a bluish and black blur appeared in front of him and struck him with a back knuckle to the face, knocking back about 10 meters into a fence. To be able to do this to Kankuro, just who the heck are those guys? Tamari thought. I didn't need your help, Uchiha. Shiki said, as he looked at the Uchiha, who looked back at him in confusion, as he was seeing three Narutos. Seeing the look of confusion on his teammate's face, Naruto sighed and started to explain. These are special clones that I created as part of my ninjutsu specialization. The smaller one is named Kai, and this sexual predator and sociopath over there is Shiki. Naruto said. Thanks for the compliments, Naruto and Ikki. Shiki said sarcastically. No problem, that's what family is for after all. Naruto replied with a smirk. I see, and those guys must be from a foreign village for the Chunin exams, correct? Sasuke asked. Pretty much. Okay you two, it's time to come back now. Naruto said, glaring at the two clones angrily, causing Kai to gulp. I think we really made him mad. Kai said nervously to his older brother. Whatever. Shiki replied nonchalantly and then turned to Tamari, catch you later. Shiki said with a wink that made the girl blush, and then he and Kai returned to Naruto's body. I had enough. Kankuro growled as he got back up and glared at the Uchiha. Time for you to get a taste of Karasu. Kankuro yelled with a laugh. Kankuro, don't. Tamari warned her brother, but then everyone gasped as they saw a young red-haired boy appear in front of Kankuro. He had blue eyes with black rings surrounding his eyes, indicating lack of sleep. He was wearing a black slick trench coat with a white line going down in the middle. He also wore black pants, black shoes, and a large brown gourd strapped to his back. He looked so cute. Mogi thought as she looked at the newcomer. Gaara. Kankuro finally said as he looked upon the boy. Stand down, Kankuro. Gaara said in an indifferent tone as he was looking at Sasuke and Naruto. But Gaara Kankuro began to protest, but then Gaara used his left hand to grab him by the throat and lift him up, surprising everyone. I won't repeat myself. Stand down. Gaara said coldly with a dark look that peered through Kankuro's soul. The latter nodded weakly and then was let fall to the ground by Gaara. That guy, he's a lot stronger than those two, that's for sure. Naruto thought as he observed what the newcomer just did and also the attitude of the other two toward him. It was the attitude of someone who feared another individual. So, who are you? Naruto asked. The name is Sabaku no Gaara and these are my siblings, Kankuro and Temari, and we're here for the exams. Gaara replied, what about you two? What are your names? Gaara then asked. My name is NamikazeNaruto and these are my teammates, Uchiha Sasuke and Haruno Sakura. Naruto said. Are you entering the exams by any chance? Gaara asked as he stared at Naruto, trying to intimidate him. Yes, we are. Naruto replied as he stared Gaara down, not affected by his stare. Upon seeing that Naruto was unaffected by his stare, Gaara smiled and chuckled slightly. It will be a pleasure then to face you in the exams. Until then, NamikazeNaruto. Gaara said with a smirk and then turned to his siblings, let's go you two. Gaara said to his siblings and then all three started to walk away. Dude, did any of you feel that guy's chakra? Sasuke asked. I did. It was overwhelming. Sakura replied. That means he's going to be one of the top tiers in this exam. Naruto said. Man, this exam is going to be one hell of a party. Sasuke chuckled with a huge grin, as if he struck the jackpot. Only you would think like that. Both of his teammates thought with a sweat drop behind their backs. Day of the Chunin exam. So, this is the place for the exam, huh? Sasuke said, as he and the others arrived in front of the building. Well guys, why don't we get this party started, huh guys? Sasuke said to his teammates with a wicked grin. Just don't get too overexcited, Sasuke, or you might get your ass kicked and not even become a Naruto said to his teammate. Don't even joke like that. Hell, there's no way I'm not going to become one. Sasuke replied. Is that so, Sasuke? Naruto asked with a grin. Damn right. Sasuke replied with a grin and the two boys stared at each other fiercely. Knock it off and let's get moving, you dumbasses. Sakura yelled as he struck both boys upside their heads with her fists, leaving huge bumps on their heads. Yes ma'am. Both boys said weakly and Sakura nodded with a proud smile on her face. The bowl-cut haired boy with black eyes and wearing an all-green fighting uniform with blue shoes and bandaged hands was on the ground as two ninjas were blocking the way into room 301. You're planning to take the exam with that? Ha, you should just quit right now. One of them smirked as he looked down at the bowl-cut haired boy. Damn Lee, you're letting those guys kick you around like that? Sasuke whistled as he and his team arrived on the floor. Another group of kids. Like I said to this guy, it's best if you the same guard from before began to say only to get backhanded by Sasuke. Shut up already, you're annoying. Sasuke growled. Sakura then smirked and did a seal and unraveled changing the number of the room from 301 to 201. So you knew this was the other guard asked. Of course. A low-level person can never fool someone like me. Sakura said with an arrogant smirk. Not bad, kids, but that doesn't mean a thing. The one that got knocked down by Sasuke yelled and then ran towards Sasuke, intending on settling the score. Sasuke smirked and prepared to unleash a snap kick when Lee stepped in the middle and blocked both attacks with each hand. Geez Lee, you're such buzzkill. Sasuke said, sighing, as he withdrew his attack. Omen, Sasuke-kun, but I do not think it would be wise to start fighting here and besides, you have a very nasty temper. Lee said to his training partner. Uchiha Sasuke. I'm surprised they let someone of your skill level participate. Niji said as he approached the group. Hyuga Niji. It looks like your ego is still more massive than Konoha itself, you son of a bitch. Sasuke glared at the wide-eyed boy. What's up with them? Sakura asked the girl, who had brown hair and buns, a light pink oriental shirt, blue pants, and blue shoes with her forehead protector on her forehead. These two are not really the best of friends, though I don't know why. It seems that, as soon as they meet, it's like a fight is about to break out. The girl said, by the way, my name is Tenten, and yours is? Tenten asked. My name is Haruno Sakura, nice to meet you. Sakura said, and both girls smiled at each other and shook each other's hands. I just hope for your sake that you do not fight me in this exam, Sasuke. I would hate to crush you in front of her. Niji smirked. And I hope for your sake that you don't piss me off again during this exam, or I'll make sure to ram my foot so far up your ass, you won't be able to walk for a year. Come on guys, let's go. Sasuke barked back before telling his teammates to leave. Let's go, as well, Lee, Tenten. Niji said, and he started to walk, followed by Tenten who noticed Lee standing there. Hey Lee, come on. We're gonna be late. Tenten said. You guys go ahead, I have something to check. Lee said and then started to walk the opposite way. Team 7 were heading for where every genin was supposed to go for the exam when Lee suddenly jumped from the top of the stairs and landed in front of them. Lee? What the hell are you doing, shouldn't you be with your team? Sasuke asked. Yes, but there is something I need to check first. I need to see how strong you have gotten, Sasuke, and also how strong I have gotten as well. Lee asked. Why, and why now? Sasuke asked in an annoyed tone. He didn't mind fighting Lee at all, it was just that this was a bad time. Because Neji has gotten even stronger than before and is halfway complete with creating his new fighting style. Lee replied sternly. This caused shock to appear on Sasuke's face. Despite their training, they were still weaker than Neji, and with the latter getting stronger, they probably would never be able to beat him. I see what you mean. Sakura, how much longer do we have until the exam officially begins? Sasuke asked Sakura. Sasuke, we don't have time for Sakura began to say, but was interrupted by Sasuke. Just answer me. How long? Sasuke asked. About 10 minutes. Sakura answered as she looked down at her watch. That'll be perfect. We'll be done by then, so no holding back, got it? Sasuke asked Lee, who nodded back. Both Sasuke and Lee then started to rock their bodies back and forth and then dashed toward each other. Sasuke began with a left punch to the face, but Lee grabbed it with his own left hand and then countered with a right back knuckle to the face, knocking Sasuke back about 3 meters. Lee then executed a lunging mid-kick with his right leg, but Sasuke evaded to his right and then countered with 2 quick punches to the face and then a back knuckle to the face, knocking Lee back about 5 meters. Sasuke then continued his onslaught with a punch left spin kick, but Lee was able to block the first 2 punches and then grabbed the spin kick with his right hand and then countered with a kick to Sasuke's right leg using his right leg and then followed with a roundhouse kick to the jaw with his left leg, knocking Sasuke back about 10 meters. Lee then disappeared and reappeared above Sasuke, who was laying on the ground. Dragon Splitter. Lee yelled as he brought his right leg down to finish off Sasuke, but then Sasuke grabbed Lee's leg with his left hand and then brought his left leg up and smacked Lee in the face and then followed with a more powerful back knuckle to the stomach, knocking Lee back about 15 meters. They're fighting so fast it's not even a minute yet and they've landed so many attacks already. Sakura said in awe as she looked at her watch. Not only that, but their offense and defense are impressive. They're able to attack and counter each other so well. Naruto added on, as he was also watching his teammate fight in awe. I knew Sasuke was good at Taijutsu, but never this good. He would definitely mop the floor with me in Taijutsu. Naruto added mentally. Lee attacked with a back fist followed by a downward kick, but Sasuke was able to avoid both and tried to counter, but then Lee smirked and followed up at the last minute with a sweep, knocking Sasuke off his feet. Lee then followed by putting his left hand on the ground and performing a rising kick, striking Sasuke under the chin and knocking him in midair. I've got you now. Konoha Senpyu. Lee yelled as he then performed a mid-air spinning kick using his right leg, but at the last minute, Sasuke was able to disappear and reappear on the ground, about 8 meters back. He has improved his movement technique from last time. Lee thought as he landed on the ground. Man Lee, we're having way too much fun, but let's finish this, shall we? Sasuke asked with a grin as he wiped the blood off his lips. No problem. Lee said with a smile. Both fighters then dashed toward each other at high speed as they both prepared for the final blow when suddenly, a large cloud of smoke appeared between them. What's going on? Naruto asked. When the smoke cleared, there was standing a reddish turtle with a headband around its neck. This caused everyone except for Lee to have a sweat drop behind their heads. What the fuck is this? Sasuke asked only to get his right foot stomped by the turtle, making him yell in pain, you little shit. Sasuke gritted through his teeth as he was in pain. That's what you get for being so rude, and I came here to stop you idiots from using your strongest moves. Sasuke, you were planning on using the dragon knuckle on Lee, and Lee, you were planning on using that forbidden technique on Sasuke, weren't you? The turtle asked. What forbidden technique? Sasuke asked. The Amit Renge, Lee replied. You mastered it. No way. That's awesome. Sasuke exclaimed in surprise, but also joy, as his friend had mastered the technique. And because of your insolence, you gave me no choice to let him handle you all. Guy, you're up. The turtle said, and then a cloud of smoke appeared on top of it. Yo, you kids are the epitome of youth. My name is Guy, Mido Guy. Guy said, and then gave a thumbs and a huge smile and light hit off his teeth, giving it a ping. Holy crap. It's a talking caterpillar. Naruto yelled as he was freaked out. I'm so scared, Naruto-kun. Sakura said, shivering, as she hid behind her boyfriend. Oh fuck me. Sasuke said, as he knew the man. Now Lee, I usually would punish you right now for your disobedience, but since you are taking the exams, I will not punish you, so go out there and show them your taijutsu of hard work. Guy said, and then gave his thumbs and smiled again. Yes sir. Lee said, and then imitated his sensei. Guy then noticed Sasuke and his team and walked up to them. "Oh my god, it's walking toward us." Sakura whispered in fright. "Sasuke, it's nice to see you again, and those must be members of Kakashi's cell, which means Kakashi is also your sensei, right?" Guy asked. "Yeah, he is." Sasuke replied. "How do you know Kakashi-sensei, Guy-san?" Sakura asked. "People call us eternal rivals. I have beaten Kakashi 51 times to 50 times." Guy said, as he was right behind the three genins. "He's fast, even faster than Kakashi." Naruto said, shocked. "Still fast as hell, huh Guy?" Sasuke smirked. "You see, Guy-sensei is the coolest." Lee said. "Now, you children don't want to be late, so go on ahead, and Sasuke, give my regards to Kakashi, would ya?" Guy asked the Uchiha as he told them to get going. "Sure." Sasuke replied, and Team 7 left. They entered the room where everyone was, and, as soon as they did, Ino tried to glomp Sasuke, only for the latter to move out of the way to avoid her, making her fall to the ground. He then looked around Hinata Hyuga with her team and walked up to her. "Hey Hinata. I didn't know you and your team was going to take the exam." Sasuke smiled. "Kurenai-sensei nominated us for the exam, Sasuke-kun." Hinata replied, blushing. "It looks like everyone came to get killed." "Mendaku-sna," Shikamaru said as he sighed while Chaoji was eating chips and Ino was trying to flirt with Sasuke, but to no avail, as the latter ignored her. "Oh my god Shikamaru, you actually moved." Naruto snickered as he saw the lazy pineapple-headed genin. "I am going to kill you one of these days, you troublesome smart-ass," Shikamaru said as he glared at Naruto in annoyance. "Now come on Shikamaru, I know you're lazy, but there's no need to lie to my face like that," Naruto said, which annoyed Nara even more. "So troublesome." Shikamaru sighed in defeat. "Looks like the gang's all here, this is gonna be fun." Kiba grinned. "Hopefully you won't get beat up so easily like in the academy, Kiba," Sasuke said with a smirk. "What did you say?" Kiba growled at Sasuke as he got up in his face and Akamaru barked. "Kiba, I'm sure Sasuke-kun didn't mean that," Hinata said as she tried to calm her partner from fighting with her crush. "Man, your rookies sure are noisy." A man with a white ponytail, glasses, and wearing a purple suit with a white shirt underneath, purple pants, blue shoes, and black gloves said as he walked up to the rookies. "This guy smells like snakes, kid. Be on your guard when you are around him," Kyuubi told Naruto. "So you must be Kyuubi. About the time I heard you talk, it would be bad to be the container of a demon who is too afraid to talk," Naruto said to Kyuubi. "Look smart ass, I don't even want to speak to a vermin like you, but you're my container, which means I have no choice since if you die, I die. So like I said, be careful with this guy, and I'm out." Kyuubi growled at Naruto and then cut off communication. Victim number 512. "Alright," Naruto thought and then turned his attention to Kabuto. "So who the hell are you?" Naruto asked bluntly. "I'm Kabuto, but instead of that, look behind you," Kabuto said, and all 9 rookies did as instructed and saw 3 hidden rain shinobi glaring at them. "Those guys behind you are from the hidden rain, they have short tempers. Everyone is nervous about this exam, quiet down before you cause a scene." "Well, I can't blame you, you are clueless rookies. You remind me of how I used to be," Kabuto said. "If you mean wearing glasses and acting all cheerful towards strangers, then no, sorry," Naruto replied. "Smart ass," Kabuto thought. "Oh no, Kabuto-san. Is this your second time?" Hinata asked in a timid tone. "Nope, my 7th time," Kabuto answered as he reached for his supply pouch. "Wow, you suck," Sasuke said. "And the reason why I have taken it this many times is because this exam is held twice a year, so this is my 4th year and it is not an easy exam, kid," Kabuto said as he threw a glare at Sasuke. "So you must know a lot about this exam, Kabuto-san," Sakura said. "That's right," Kabuto said as he held up some strange-looking cards. I'll share some info with you cute rookies with these nin info cards," he said with a grin. "These cards are a way of holding information. All I have to do is get what I want and imprint it onto the card with chakra. Here's a demonstration," Kabuto said. He held up a blank card before placing it on the ground and sending a burst of chakra into the card, and then a map appeared. "This map shows how many people are taking the exam and the countries they represent, see?" Kabuto explains. "Do you have cards with info on individuals?" Sasuke asked with a hint of interest. "Sure, are there some guys you're worried about?" asked Kabuto. "Hyuga-Niji," Sasuke simply said. "No problem," Kabuto said and then went through the same routine he did for the map and then Niji's data appeared on the card. "Let's see now. He has high taijutsu skills, high speed and power, decent at everything, and has taken quite a bit of missions, mostly C ranked and B ranked," Kabuto said as read off what was on the card. "Thank you," Sasuke said as he now had info on his rival. "Anyone else want to try?" Kabuto asked the rookies. "I do," Gaara said as he appeared next to Naruto. I didn't even sense him. Was the thought that was running through every of the rookies' minds. And who would that be? Kabuto asked. NamikazeNaruto. Gaara answered in a mischievous tone as he nodded his head to point to Naruto and stared at him, and while it did surprise most of the rookies, it didn't surprise Team 7 considering the events that happened yesterday. Namikaze. So that kid is the son of Yondaime? I'll have to report this to him soon. Kabuto thought in shock. While we're at it, I want some info on Sabaku no Gaara. Naruto said as he nodded his head to point at Gaara and also stared at him as if to show that he wouldn't back down from the red-haired genin. Here it goes. Kabuto said before doing his technique again, and then 2 cards, one with Naruto's data and one with Gaara's appeared. Let's start with Naruto. Full name is Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto and has an incredible aptitude for ninjutsu and has mastered many techniques already and has taken many D-ranked missions and an A-ranked mission as well. Not bad. Kabuto said as he read off Naruto's card and now onto Gaara's. Full name is Sabaku no Gaara and comes from the Sand Village. Has incredible aptitude for ninjutsu as well and in fact is on the same level as Naruto. Has taken 8 C-ranked missions, 1 B-ranked, 2 A-ranked and 3 S-ranked and has returned from all without a scratch. Kabuto said as he finished reading off Gaara's card and everyone was shocked and in awe that there was actually a genin like them that had taken that many high-ranked missions and come out of it alive and without even a scratch. He has the same level of ninjutsu as me? Then it seems I was correct, he is top tier. Naruto thought. Thanks pal, you prove to be not so much of a loser as you look after all. Gaara said with a cocky smirk and then walked back to his team who were in the far right corner of the room, but not before giving Naruto one last look and smirking. He returned to his team and sat down on a chair, relaxed. Leaf, sand, rain, grass, waterfall, sound, many outstanding genins from the various hidden villages are here to take the exam, Kabuto said, and then added, well, Hidden Sound is a small village just created last year, so there isn't much info, but the rest of the hidden villages are filled with talented youngsters. Naruto smirked and then decided to walk on top of a nearby table and looked at everyone who looked back at him. Listen very well because I am only saying this once. I'm going to crush anyone who stands in my way of reaching my dreams and that's a promise. So try and stop me, but be warned, I won't hold back. Naruto said coldly, leaking a killer intent so massive that it even froze the 3 Odo genins that were going to attack Kabuto for his remarks on the Odo village before retreating back to his team. NamikazeNaruto, I'll definitely have fun killing you. Gaara thought in anticipation of the blonde's proclamation. He's got guts. Kabuto thought. And he accuses me of hogging all the spotlight. That guy. Sasuke mentally smirked. What were you thinking about Naruto? Ino hollered at the boy. Just felt like telling the truth to everyone. I will pass these exams and no one will stop from doing so, not even you, Yamanaka. Naruto said coldly, making the girl back away. Then, smoke appeared and then a group of examiners were staying behind a tall with scars on his face, a cap on his head tied by his headband, a black trench coat, gray shirt and black pants and black gloves. Sorry for making you wait. My name is Marino Ibiki and I'm the proctor for the first part of the selection exam. Ibiki said with a grin. Thanks for watching my video and make sure to check out the author of this fanfic, link is in the description, see you next time, till then sayonara.